What up everybody, Mike here from MrMGWard Penmanship and Design, and today we're foiling an alphabet. Coming up very shortly is the annual convention of the International Association of Master Penmen, Engrossers, and Teachers of Handwriting, otherwise known as IAMPETH. Now, I attend the convention every year for the past 6 or 7 years now. Really excited to go there. Always, it's one of my favorite weeks of the entire year. This year, the vendor for the event, Neal Books, has asked me to design an alphabet to be screen printed on some t-shirts. So, I did. This is the alphabet in question. I'm pretty excited about it, but I'm even more excited to see it on a t-shirt, worn by myself and by other cool people. If you would like to get a t-shirt, they are now available on John Neal's website. I will drop a link in the description below so you can check that out for yourself. If you're going to be at a convention, you can wait and just grab one there. Every year, IAMPETH hosts a silent auction, and people put in full-on pieces, art supplies, historic things, antiques, you name it, it all goes in there to support IAMPETH. And every year, I think, I'm gonna make some really cool stuff to put in the silent auction, and I never do. I usually get some things in there last minute, but they're never the quality or caliber of things that I would really like to put in there. So I figured this year, since I already have this alphabet and it's gonna be seen at IAMPETH, I'm going to foil this onto some leather, frame it, and put it in the silent auction. And maybe somebody will want it to put up in their studio or living room or who knows what, somewhere. Today, I'm inviting you to come along with me on this entire creation process. Well, not entire creation process because the signature's already designed, so we don't have to worry about that. This is just gonna be the foiling of said signature. So, join me. Let's get this party started. Now, I have this already printed out on a sheet of 8.5 by 11 paper. I believe I'm gonna be trimming this, so just to keep things clean, I'm gonna cut the edges off this so that the paper fits a little bit better on the piece of leather that I'm gonna find for it. So, to the paper cutter. All right, now I could use a ruler to cut this out, but since I have a paper cutter, I'm going to use my paper cutter because I'm all about working smarter, not harder. All right, that's enough with the paper cutter. That was easy. Sweet. Next up, we need to find a suitable piece of leather. Now, I'm gonna be framing this in, I believe, an 11 by 14 inch frame. So, well, that's pretty good. Get my handy dandy oven knife, and while we're at it, let's get the sands of time falling. Alright, and I will get a ruler. What did I say? 7.5 by 14, right? Perfect. There's our piece of leather. Go this way. And the alphabet will sit on it. Like so. That's perfect. Cool. Now, let's get the foil ready. Now we're going to be transferring this to some leather. This is a process that I haven't actually shown on video, I don't think. It's actually quite simple. I have this printed on some paper. I have my leather cut. I can put that to the side for now. I do not need that at the moment. I'm going to get a piece of foil. So this is just my regular premium printing foil. Now I'm going to get a burnisher. Okay, yeah, and now we're just going to go over the design. Keeping in mind that I'm not pressing hard enough to really stretch the foil. You just want to leave an impression. If you see here, just leaving an impression in the foil. If you press too hard, you will stretch the foil, which causes the adhesive on the back not to work properly, in my experience anyways. So you're just pressing lightly, and you're just tracing this entire thing. I'll probably time-lapse this because this is not the most exciting thing in the world to watch. Alright, now, I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera, but let me take off the paper, and you'll be able to see the impression in the foil. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So long as I did my job right. Alright, there we go. So we're going to keep this to the side for reference, so when we're foiling I can look at it, because like I said before, when the light changes and stuff, sometimes these lines can be rather difficult to follow. Alright. There we go. Our design, like so, is ready to be foiled. So now we just gotta get my foiling system. Pull it a little bit closer than where it's stored. Make sure we got the right tip on there, yep. And we'll turn that on to approximately 4.5. And now we foil. And there we have it. Our alphabet gold foiled onto some navy blue leather. And just for comparison's sake, you can see there's the original alphabet and the gold foil leather. Sweet! That's gonna look awesome in the silent auction. I'm stoked. I don't really want to give this away. But I will. Alright, one final thing we're gonna do before we call this done. I have here a clear float frame. So, and then we have, hopefully this is not too much reflection. Oh no! Oh, I did not take into account the piece of paper that is already on the frame. Whoopsies. 2 seconds. And hopefully we did it right this time. We now have our framed alphabet all ready to go to Milwaukee for the IAMPETH silent auction. Oh, that looks wicked. I'm super happy with that. Right on. Cool, so if you are going to IAMPETH this year, if you're going to be attending convention, I believe it's Thursday night is the silent auction, but don't quote me on that. You will get an opportunity to bid on this. If you're not going to IAMPETH and you want a piece similar to this, I'm starting now to do art commissions with the foiling and the leather. To date, I've pretty much just done products like flasks and blotters and things like that, but now I've started framing a few of my own things, and they're so pretty that I feel like that's something that I'm going to start offering to people. Also, at the round robin at IAMPETH, I will be demoing my hand foiling system. I will have a few of these systems at a table where people can experiment and play, and you can try to foil some leather yourself. So that's kind of fun. Incentive to go to IAMPETH. If you are not an IAMPETH member or you have no idea what IAMPETH is, I'm going to drop their website in the description below. Check it out if you have any interest in writing or penmanship or calligraphy at all. I highly recommend checking out their website. It's a great resource. That just about does it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed coming with me on this whole process from beginning to end. If you're going to be at IAMPETH, I will see you soon. If you're not going to be at IAMPETH, that makes me sad. You should definitely register next year because it's a really good time. Be sure that you click that subscribe button and hit the bell so you don't miss out on any future content. I got a lot of cool other design things like this coming up. I think I'm going to do some head-to-head nib comparisons, nib battles. Coming up, also some Spencerian tutorial things on the way, so you're not going to want to miss it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, be sure that you are falling in love with the process, and don't forget, life should be just a bit of silliness, really.